So we've built this grid that has a search part and a read-only grid part and a editable detail view, but we went through a lot of steps to get there. I did this deliberately so that we could learn about the parts of the grid, but I want to also show you that you don't have to go through all those steps in order to get to this point. So let's close this current grid builder, and let's just start a new grid here, and we'll go to Web Components, and we're going to build a new grid still, and we'll pick Next. And remember that there are a lot of templates that are available. So we're using the SQL templates, and we're going to create grids from templates. And if we do, for instance, a grid with an updatable detail view, then we already have a lot of the things in place that we were just building. So we'll do that, and we'll click OK. And repetition is good if this is relatively new to you, especially. When I teach other classes, we just build and build and build, and it gets very second nature to choose your connection name. And we'll just choose our customer table again. And then you can see that we already have, because of the template we've chosen, we've got the grid part and we've got the detail view part already. So it's very quick and easy to say that in the grid part, we'll just say we want the customer ID. Remember, there has to be a common key between the grid part and the detail view part. And let's just put the first name, last name, and company there. And then in the detail view part down here, we'll add in everything again. We won't take the time to put in the containers or the tabs, this sort of thing. And then very quickly, we can just go back to the grid properties, for instance. And we will find the opportunity. Let's use our search to search for quick search, which is becoming one of my favorite ways to do a lot of these. And in the grid, we'll search for multiple fields, which could include first name, last name, and company, for instance. And you can see how quickly we can build a grid that has a search part, a read-only grid part, and the detail view part. And of course, there's some changes you'd like to make, like we were talking about. But you can see that by using templates, and building your own templates, if you're always going to have some of these other pieces in here, that you can simplify your job and make grid building a lot faster. So I think that ends our basic coverage of using grids, and where we're actually focusing on the building of grids. We will need to build some more grids to complete what we're doing, but we'll come to that when we get there. I'd like to cover some other things next, and we're going to actually start with some styles here. So we'll get into the style builder here next.